actually. I've decided I'm going to bring you outside because it's a beautiful morning. Good morning, by the way, everybody. Hope that you are well. Please don't mind the birds that are chirping in the background. I think it makes it quite atmospheric, but here we go. Welcome to the outdoors contemplation station today. I hope everyone's holding up okay in this lockdown or new normal. In the UK here, our government doesn't seem to be handling things the best, but we've got to move forward. And since we've been in this new normal for like, is it coming on for 3 months now? Is it like 2.5 months we've been like this? I thought I'd take you through a day in my life of, I don't think it's necessary to call it quarantine anymore because I don't feel like we're totally confined anymore, but you know, a day in the life of this new normal. If you are new here, my name is Christianne and this channel is called Backpacking Bananas. But obviously, we are not backpacking anywhere right now, which means I'm coming at you from the comfort of my own home. Well, actually, it's not my home, it's my parents' home. Though, an update on that situation, if any of you watched the September vlogs last year, you may remember me saying that I was saving up to buy a house. That is still the case, I'm still saving up to buy my own place, but it really just takes a while to save up for the house deposit. I've also done some crazy things like start using credit cards because I've never, at the age of 26, never used a credit card in my life. I've always gone off debit cards. So yeah, now I have a credit card in order for me to build up my credit score in the hope of having a much better chance of buying the house that I want when the time comes around. So my process with that at the moment is just a bit scattered all over the place because I still don't know where I want to live. Like, right now, we live in Woking, which is actually a really good location, but there's something about like, I don't want to live in the town that I grew up in, just because I feel like my parents' house is here, and if I want to be in Woking, I can just come here. I want to have my house, my station, somewhere else in the UK, just to, I guess, cover more ground, so there's somewhere else to stay. But I don't exactly know where that is yet, because I don't want to go too far. I want to be able to really easily get into London, because I do a lot of things in London, but obviously properties near London are quite expensive. It would also be good to live close to the airport, so like Heathrow, Gatwick and Stansted I go to the most, but they're all so far away from each other, so like trying to say, oh, I want to live close to all of them is impossible. I keep getting caught in loopholes where I go on zoopla.co.uk or rightmove.co.uk, and you know when you just start looking at the really expensive houses, I'm talking the ones that are like upwards of 5 million, and I mean, it's nice to dream, right? But I do need to stop procrastinating with it at some point, because I hope to buy next year, maybe 2022 at the latest. It would just be really nice at this point when I go on my travels to be able to come back to a place that's like entirely mine. I'll obviously keep you updated when that time of house hunting does come around. If anything, I do hope that a good thing to come out of all of this is that house prices drop. I hope we don't go into a recession, but I hope that house prices drop. That would be really, really nice and a really good time to buy. So what do I have planned for today? Many things, as with every day. I'm not really putting anything on my calendar because that's normally for like when I'm meeting up with other people, but obviously that's just not really happening right now. I normally just write down my task lists in my notepad or in the notes on my phone. So today is pretty mundane. Obviously I'm going to finish my coffee in the lovely garden. Oh, and it's so glorious to be out here. It's 7:15 in the morning right now, and it's warm enough to just sit out here in a bra. So obviously I'm gonna finish my coffee out here, contemplate life for a bit more, and then I think I'm gonna get started on some admin tasks. Admin tasks are definitely the thing that I procrastinate the most with, but they're things that need to get done, so I try to do them as soon as I sit at my desk. I've got a list of the tasks that I need to do, and I just smash them out, because I know that if I don't do them now, I will put them off the entire day, probably won't do them until the next morning when I force myself to do it first thing in the morning. So, first thing I know I have to do is send off an invoice, and then I'm basically just going to tackle my emails. It is Tuesday today. We've just had the bank holiday weekend, and I still treat Saturday and Sunday and the bank holiday Monday as a weekend, as if I was a normal 9-to-5 worker, just because it helps to give my week some structure and I allow myself that break over the weekend. So I ignore my emails, anything that comes in over the weekend or anything that came in on Friday night. So it's time to tackle some of those. But now also seems like a great time to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Surfshark. Surfshark are a VPN who I've been working with for a few months now. They are a virtual private network. And what that means is that you can virtually transport your device into any country that you want. This is normally super beneficial for me when I'm traveling, because let's say I want to watch a piece of content content that's only available in the UK. I can quite literally, with the click of a button, just change my location to the UK and be able to consume that content. But first and foremost, a VPN is a privacy protection tool. It encrypts all the data sent via the internet, which basically means while you're using the internet, no one can hack in on your device. So when I'm connected to a public Wi-Fi network, for example, my device is completely protected when I have Surfshark switched on. But even when I'm not traveling, I still use Surfshark at home on a daily basis. I've been connecting it to the US a lot in order to watch the US Netflix because they have more shows than us in the UK. And if you sign up at the moment, Surfshark are offering the best deal that they have ever done, where you can get 85% off and 3 months for free. That is an insane deal, and you can claim that by using my code backpacking or clicking the link in the description. Surfshark also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there really is nothing to lose. So if it's a working day for me, Monday to Friday, after my admin tasks, I move on to the main task, the main bulk of what I am doing that day work-wise. So YouTube is my main job at the moment. So for the past month or so, I've just been catching up with the Colombia vlogs. As you know, that editing those has been my main task, but now that that series is over, things are starting to switch up a little bit with the content that I'm creating. So ironically, the next video that's going out is the video that you're watching right now, so I will need to work on that. But since I'm filming this right now, I can actually get started on the next one, which is going to be a big Colombia travel guide. Now, I like to think I've prepared myself quite well for this because as I was traveling in Colombia, I was making notes the whole time of things that I wanted to tell you in this travel guide. So I already have the research done, but what I need to do now is put that research work into a digestible format for me to film and produce for you to watch. So I normally just plan my videos in the notes section of my laptop, and then when I'm filming I just always have my laptop open in order to keep referring back to it. Today probably wasn't the best day to show you my day in the life because it's kind of boring. I'm just sitting at my desk doing work, but the weather is beautiful. So I'm trying to say to myself, right, if I smash out this work now, this morning, I can allow myself to go sunbathe in the garden this afternoon, maybe go for a walk, maybe go to the supermarket. Crazy wild things. While lunch is cooking, I almost religiously do handstand practice. And I'm trying to do this thing at the moment where I don't look at the floor like down at the floor, but I look more behind me. So I'm going to try that now. Like that. No! And then straightening up. No! Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. It's a work in progress. Do I have pasta for my lunch every single day? Yes. Am I aware that it's probably not the best for my health and my weight gain? Yes. Do I care? No. I'm actually having an absurdly early lunch today. It is, don't judge me, it's 10:30 a.m. I mean, normally I do have an early lunch like between 11 and 12 because I don't have breakfast. I've never enjoyed having breakfast. I'm not hungry when I first wake up. So generally I have a coffee when I first wake up and then I have an early lunch and then an early dinner. But today, because I got up a little bit earlier, I'm hungry earlier, and when I do start to get hungry, like I can't really concentrate on anything, and it's like, it's time for lunch. So because I'm having my lunch at 10:30 a.m. this morning, I'm probably gonna get hungry for dinner around 4. But that's okay, I'll be hungry for like an hour, I'll have dinner at 5, and we're good to go, we're fine. I always have a coffee kind of mid-afternoon because this pasta sends me into the biggest tiredness slump in the afternoon. So I just need a coffee to wake me up, but that also does fill me up as well and like keeps me going. I don't know, it works for me. It wouldn't be an accurate day in my life if I didn't do at least a couple of hours of procrastination, which is exactly what I've just been doing. Though it kind of ended up in a good place. So normally my procrastination just consists of watching YouTube videos. At the moment, I'm really into watching tech videos, specifically iPad Pro stuff. I've ordered a new iPad Pro, which I'm so excited for because I basically plan on having it replace my laptop. I plan on doing my editing on this iPad. I want to get into illustrations. I'm going to be writing my ebook on the iPad. I'm going to be doing all of my browsing, and all of my entertainment that I would normally do on the laptop is going to be switched to the iPad. And so I've just been watching so many videos of just like what apps people have on their iPad, how they use it for productivity, what accessories they have, what setup they have. You know, when you know something's on the way and you're just super excited about it and you want to do all the research you can for that one particular product. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So what I was going to say is that I ended up on a video of Justine taking me on her like tech closet tour. And the sponsor of that video was Clean My Mac, and the features that she showed it doing is exactly what I needed, because my laptop at the moment, it just always runs out of space, and I always need to delete stuff, and I'm always trying to figure out what I need to delete. There's also a few bugs that I've got on the system, and I just really needed to fix all of that, and that's what this app did. So since watching that video, I've downloaded it. I paid for the pro version. It was 30 quid for the year, which I thought was pretty good, and I'm so satisfied with the job it's done in such a short amount of time. It's cleared like 30 gigabytes of data on my laptop. It's cleared all the bugs that I had. It's shown me all the apps which I never used and was like, do you want to delete these? And it's just done a bunch of other stuff to just like optimize the performance of my laptop. So I'm really pleased about that little purchase that I've just made already. Like, I think already I definitely would have paid £30 just to have that in one go, but this will be a recurring thing that I can continue doing throughout the year to keep my laptop in good condition. Because even though I am getting the iPad Pro, and that's what I'm going to be taking with me travelling and stuff, when we can travel, I still will have my laptop and use my laptop. I want to keep my laptop in as good condition as I possibly can. So now on my second coffee of the day, it's 2:25, still going well in terms of hunger. I don't feel like I need food just yet. But I have just remembered that I have Spanish class this evening. I don't know why that completely slipped my mind. I have Spanish every single day, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m, so I won't be able to have dinner at 5, but I'll probably just have a banana or something. Anyway, now that I feel like I've done a significant amount of procrastination, I'm gonna get back to my work, which is planning next video. I'm just gonna try and smash it out for at least another 45 minutes to an hour. And then I think I'm going to go sit outside in the sun. If I was editing, I absolutely wouldn't be able to do this in the sun because I can't see my screen so well, but because I'm just planning a video, it's actually okay. Like, I can see what I'm doing and I can type out words. Can you hear that? My parents can't hear it, but I can. It's the thing that it makes a noise so that cats don't go near it, and for me it's so piercing, like this high-pitched beeping in my ear. It's so annoying. I thought it was a cat. I thought it was a bird at first, but it's not. It's like this beeping system. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but it's annoying. I actually got my mum this sun lounger for Mother's Day as a present, fully aware that I would also be able to use it, so I thought that was a really smart purchase on my behalf. But my mum does use it more than I do, so I feel good about that. I've got an hour and 20 minutes before my Spanish, so I'm going to put on a bit of sun cream so I don't get burnt in that hour. Work on this a little bit more. I'd love to say, like, I'm just going to relax and I'm not going to do any work, but I do feel a little bit bad for that, like, 2 hours of procrastination that I did earlier. I do have a problem with that. I have a real problem with, like, procrastination guilt. Well, first of all, there's procrastination, which is the problem in the first place, but I feel like everyone in the country is suffering from that right now. Like, if you aren't procrastinating during these times, like, are you even human? But what I struggle with is the guilt that comes with that, the feeling that I'm not doing enough, that I'm not making the most of my time, and I know that I'm probably actually doing more than most people, but I guess I'm just hard on myself. I have high expectations for myself, and I raise the bar up high, and if I've procrastinated, then I haven't reached my full potential. Okay, it's 20 to 5. I've obviously just had a shower, and in these 20 minutes before my Spanish class, whilst I'm drying off, I'm going to do my Spanish homework, which I always like to do just before the class because I feel like having not spoken Spanish the entire day, doing this before class just kind of kicks my Spanish brain into gear and reminds me of the things we were learning yesterday, etc. This week we had a new teacher, which I was really excited about because it's Camilo, who was my teacher when I studied for 1 week back in Bogota, and I loved Camilo as a teacher, so I'm super stoked to have him again on the online classes. Here we go. Homework, he emailed it to me yesterday, so I'm just going to open that up. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I have to describe a character or like a famous person, in Spanish without saying the name of them. And then what I'll have to do in class is obviously tell that description, and then they have to guess who it is from my description. Who am I gonna pick? I have to do someone in the present and someone in the past. So someone who's still alive and someone who's not alive anymore. Who's a super interesting person who's like done a lot? Maybe Barack Obama? Should we do Barack Obama? Michelle Obama. We will do Michelle Obama, I reckon. Okay, so that's my present celebrity. Okay, here we go. I've got my noise cancelling headphones on because it just makes things so much easier in class. Like I can hear everything very, very clearly. I've done a bit of my homework. I didn't finish my homework, but I'm hoping I can just do it on the spot in the middle of class. So for Michelle Obama, I've said, ella tiene pelo negro y rizado. She has curly and black hair. Ella es de Estados Unidos, pero ella tiene piel oscura. Actually, I should say she is Afro-Americana piel, I think. We'll see if that's correct. Ella tiene una personalidad muy fuerte. She has a strong personality. Ella es un modelo a seguir para muchas personas. She's a role model to many people. Ella está casada con la primera presidenta afroamericana. She's married to the first African-American president. Ella ha escrito muchos libros. She has written many books. I think she's written many. I know she's written at least one book. Anyway, we'll see if people guess that. The clue should be that she's married to the first African-American president. These are my notes from yesterday, so I just need to start a new page. Oh, here we go. Hola, Camilo. Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Right, it's 7 p.m. and I have finished my Spanish class, and the glorious thing about it being the summer is that it's still very light outside. But I am starving. I forgot to have a snack. I said I was going to have like a banana before class just to keep me going until dinner. But I did not, so I'm very hungry. But I believe my dinner is ready soon. I think my parents have been very kindly making it. So right now I'm on week 5 of Spanish, and I have improved so much. And it's really nice to have lessons which I have to go to at a certain time every day, because I know that if I'm doing something like Duolingo, the motivation to turn up and do the classes and do it for an extended period of time, like I just don't have that willpower and I get quite bored. Whereas this way with We Institute, I have to turn up at 5 o'clock, I have to be there for 2 hours and do all the activities, and that is the way that I'm going to improve, and I feel like I really am improving. And it's actually making me think, gosh, like when lockdown is lifted, maybe I want to go to Bogota and just live there for 2 months and just go to Spanish school every morning, get an Airbnb close by and just like really smash it out and learn it, because I feel like I've come so far with the language now. I'm still so far from any kind of fluency, but I think I'm at an intermediate level now, and it would be a shame for me to just stop learning this at some point and then forget the language. I feel that would then be a waste. Like I really want to carry this through to knowing the language properly now, and I've got myself to a really good level. What I was going to say is that We Institute, who I've been doing my online classes with, which if you remember is the same Spanish school that I went to in Bogota on my first week in Colombia. It's their online lessons that we do in Zoom. They never used to do online lessons, but of course because they can't operate in Bogota right now, there's no tourists, there's no one coming in, they're operating online, so it's really nice. I'm able to attend that Spanish school while being at home in England. I never really even considered that that would be possible. And they run morning and afternoon classes Colombian time, and obviously because of the time difference, I do the morning classes Colombian time, which is 11 a.m. their time, which is 5 p.m. my time, which actually works out really nicely, because then I have my entire day to be productive, get my normal work done, and then, you know, just before dinner or around dinner time is when I dedicate to Spanish. And We Institute have given me a discount code for you guys if you would like to join in on any of their courses for 10% off. All you have to do is quote Christianne We in an email to them, info@weinstitute.com. I'll put that in the description box below as well. And how it works is you book onto like weeks at a time, and they have all levels. So at the start of the week you'll have someone call you and basically test your Spanish, and I was really scared about that at first, but it's really not anything to be scared about. Like, it starts very, very basic. But if you don't know anything, that's fine. You can be put in a complete beginner class. I'm now on level A2.2, and I think next week we are going up a level, but that's quite scary because apparently when I go up a level, they're never speaking to us in English anymore. So at the moment, like, it is obviously majority Spanish, but obviously there's some times where we're like, oh, hold up, we don't understand. And then they say things in English just to help us understand, whereas the next level, it's all Spanish. And I'm excited to be at a level where that is a viable class for me. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Let's go get dinner. That feels a lot better. I feel a little bit more satisfied now. And just watched the final episode of the Celebrity SAS series. I don't know if any of you have watched that. It is brutal. I cannot think of a worse celebrity programme that I would want to go on if I was a celebrity. Like, why, like, the interrogation phase, like, why would you want to put yourself through that? I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. Really sorry I haven't taken you on any kind of exercise today. I haven't done any. I mean, to be fair, that's not completely abnormal of me to not do any exercise, but I do try to at least walk somewhere, and that just hasn't happened. I've probably done approximately 100 steps, but hey, you win some, you lose some. Let me know if you enjoy these day in the life quarantine videos and I can make one again. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're keeping well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.